What's up, y'all? Another NASCAR weekend here on the go at CeeLo, and we're here to bring it to you this weekend. Right now, it is a paint scheme and race weekend preview, and let's talk about this weekend. Three series in action, two in one city, one in the other, but it's going to be a good time. So, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is here in St. Petersburg, and then the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series and the NASCAR Cup Series is in Austin, Texas at COTA. And it's going to be a crazy weekend of going back and forth, but we're going to have all the coverage for you here this weekend. But let's talk about some of the races right now and let's take a ride to St. Petersburg. All right. The inaugural NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at St. Petersburg, officially titled the Only Bulls Green Flag 150, scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. The race logo features the event's title sponsor, Only Bulls, as we have right here, a Florida based online marketing company alongside Green Flag 150 branding. Now, this is a historic event for this track because the first time in 30 years, the Truck Series will complete a street course, serving as the companion race to a Firestone Grand Prix that'll also be happening this weekend here at St. Petersburg. So, Only Bulls Green Flag 150 Saturday afternoon, 80 laps, 150 miles. It will be on Fox. And some of the notable entries, along with the other NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series drivers, is Dario Franchitti making a return to NASCAR to that number one Tricon Garage Toyota. What? At least we won't have to worry about Ashley Judd like rolling herself all over the truck. But Dario coming back to truck racing. James Hinchcliffe making his series debut at Spire Motorsports. Adam Andretti back for another race, joining Tricon for a multi-race schedule starting at St. Pete. And Colin Brown racing for Colin Racing. So those are some of the notables in this race, but it's going to be interesting as they are. One day is going to be Craftsman Truck Series. Next is going to be the Grand Prix of St. Pete with the IndyCar racing. So that's an interesting combination, but it is a 1.8 mile, 14 turn temporary course called the St. Petersburg Street Circuit, and it should be interesting here on Saturday. Now back at COTA, on Saturday afternoon as well. The Focus Health 250, the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series, will run on Saturday afternoon. It is the first road course event of the year for the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series, and over 65 laps. We will go 250 miles on a 2.4 national course layout for the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series. Now, the road course rivalry, all eyes will be on Trackhouse with SVG and Connor Zilic. SVG will be actually driving the number 9 Junior Motorsports Chevrolet, and Connor Zilic will be in that number 1 where Carson Quaffle usually is. So he is going to be in the 1 this week. Carson Quaffle we'll talk about here in just a little bit. Zilic is making his very first series start of the season after dominating the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series, actually Xfinity Series last year, while SVG does SVG things, y'all. And looking forward to seeing these two battle it out. It's SVG and Connor Zilic, and then everybody else, if you want to look at it that way. Now, Austin Hill, he's pretty good on these road courses. He comes in as the points leader in the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series. And but Sheldon Creed and Raj Caruth closely behind. Man, Sheldon Creed, once again, congratulations, Sheldon Creed, for becoming a bride. We all attended the wedding. Some of us went to the after party, but most of us attended the wedding. It was a good time. Now, 40 drivers are entered, meaning two drivers will not qualify for this race. Now, some of the notables in this race, along with all of the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series drivers, we have Ross Chastain back in that 32. He almost won last week. Sage Karam in that 55, and Brent Cruz Welcome, Brent Cruz. He's making a season debut in that 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. Should be interesting there. Now, the track layout for this race: 17 turns, 2.4-mile national course, changed from the 3.41-mile course used in previous years. Now, stage 1 ends at lap 20, stage 2, lap 40, and the final checker flag is at lap 65. Should be a lot of fun here at COTA for the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series for the Focus Health 250. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Connor Zilisch? Is it going to be SVG? Connor Zilisch looked pretty dang good last year. Carson Guavo gave him a little run, but it could be SVG and Connor Zilisch at the end of the day. Stay tuned and we'll find out. Sunday afternoon, the NASCAR Cup Series will continue their NASCAR season in race 3 of the young NASCAR Cup Series season. And we're here at COTA, the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix, formerly known as the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix, and now the Duramax Grand Prix at the Circuit of Americas. They call it COTA in Austin, Texas. It's going to be on Sunday afternoon. It is a 3.41-mile permanent road course for COTA, and it's going to be 95 laps, 228 miles. It will be on Fox, and it's going to be the SVG show. Everybody knows it, but how many seconds can he win from? But there's other opponents in this race that might say, hey, I have a chance. So let's talk about them. But let's talk about SVG first. The heavy odds winner, the favorite. We'll get into the odds here in just a second for all the drivers. After winning 5 road courses races in 2025, he's on primary target to win this one. You know he's got to win. He's got more top 5s, more top 10s to be in that top 16 at the end of the year. Now, Tyler Reddick, he's won 1. He's won 2. He's a pretty good road racer. He's averaged over his best finish at COTA among all active drivers. He's one of the top drivers at 4.6. And he holds a 40-point lead in the standings. Tyler Reddick, not winning a race last year, wins here. Should be interesting to win 3 in a row for 23-11. Should be interesting. But like I said, he has the best finish at 4.6 here at COTA. He can win it here. Now, Christopher Bell, the winning driver last year, says, hey, don't count me out. I was there for the win last week. But you know who, the 77 took him out. So the 19-year-old rookie Connor Zilisch is also going to make his road course appearance on the Cup Series after dominating most of the road courses for the Xfinity Series last year. But can he win here? That's the question. We'll get into the betting odds here in just a second, but it's close for like the first 4 drivers, then it falls off, and you know how it is. The past COTA winners, Christopher Bell, Willie B. Tyler Reddick won here in 2023, so he can win here. Ross Chastain in 2022. 2021 was Chase Elliott. Should be interesting to see who wins this road course. Like I said, it's the SVG show. We're just living in it, but we'll see how it goes. So there is your information on all 3 races for this weekend. And now let's get to the paint schemes. Here is the paint schemes for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series. And when I return, I'll give you a brief favorites of mine, and then we'll do some betting odds, my picks, and we'll call it a day. So here's the paint schemes. Let's go.
the Mediterranean.
I hope you enjoy those paint schemes like we do every Friday here on our channel. We release a paint scheme and race weekend preview to get you ready for the weekends with us. So now here is some of my favorite paint schemes for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. The first one is Dario Franchitti back in that number one Dollar Tree Toyota. I love that paint scheme. And then Carter Farchich is driving the number two Mazzaro Italian Market Chevrolet. Hey, I like that. Love me some Italian food. I love Connor's Mozak of that number seven Spire Roaring Pines Motor Club Chevrolet. And of course, I'll always love the Butterbean Queen Ram Cummins truck. I love that one. And I think I like the book it on this one. Chandler Smith. Hey, race sponsor? Dark Horse? Interesting. Might be pulling that one off. And then the Zambos, the Andres Perez 44 Zambos Chevrolet. I like that one. And let's see here. Anybody else? And I like the Christian Eckes, the Napa Auto Parts Auto Care Chevrolet as well. So there is my favorite NASCAR Craftsman truck. Here is my NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts favorite paint schemes of the week. Fast Pasta and that number 96 Protein Rice Treats Chevrolet, not pasta, rice treats. Josh Williams in that number 92 Startron Star Bright Chevrolet. I like that one there. And of course, always love Raja Caruthan at 88 HendrickCars.com. Just it looks a lot better than the 7 Spire truck or the 17. I don't know. It looks different. Uh, number 9 SVG Junior Motorsports. Number 9 Safety Culture Chevrolet. SVG, baby. And let's see. And then the Connor Zillich in that number 1 Roto-Rooter Chevrolet for that one too. And then Sheldon Creed coming off a win, a new bride in his first race. Sheldon Creed at number 00 Road Ranger Chevrolet. Here is my NASCAR Cup Series favorite paint schemes of the week, and I'm going to start with that number 97 SVG Safety Culture Chevrolet. Love that one. Connor Zillich and that 88 Red Bull Chevrolet. I'm getting a t-shirt for that one. Carson Hocevar and that 77 Ride the Deontay Chili's 77. Love that one for the Chevrolet. Tyler Reddick trying to bring back some good luck from the Daytona 500 in that 45 Chumba Casino Toyota. And, the Dream Machine is back as well. Zane Smith and that Dream Machine 38. Aaron's rent-to-own Ford. And, of course, the Willie B and that All-Pro Reconditioning Chevrolet. Like that one. Of course, the number one, Ross Chastain Bush Light Chevrolet, one of my favorites as well. But my favorite is the Carson Hocevar 77 Chili's. All right, so here are the early betting odds for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series for the NASCAR Truck Series Only Bulls Green Flag 150 on Saturday afternoon at St. Petersburg. Ty Majesty at plus 650, Lane Riggs at plus 650, Christian Eckes at plus 800, Caden Honeycutt at plus 900, Little G at plus 900. Got Connor Mozak in that Spire truck at 1,000, Justin Haley at plus 1,200, Chandler Smith in that Only Bulls truck at 1,200. Some Tyler Ankerman plus 1,600, Dario Franchitti 2,200, Infinger plus 2,500, Stuart Friesen at plus 2,800 in that 52 truck. Danny Dimes way down there at 8,000. So my pick here for this race, give me Ty Majeski in that 88 Menards Ford. Let me have Ty Majeski. And then for my dark horse, I'm going with the race sponsor Chandler Smith plus 1,200. Give me Chandler Smith plus 1,200 for my dark horse. So Ty Majeski with the win. Chandler's. All right, so here is the early betting odds for the Focus Health 250 from Coda on Saturday afternoon for the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts. SVG at minus 130 and Connor Zilic at minus 110. They're not giving you anything to bet on these guys here. And then it falls off the cliff. Austin Hill at plus 1,800, Sam Mayer at plus 2,000, Allgaier at plus 2,000, Jesse Love at plus 2,500, Sheldon Creed at plus 26,800, Chastain at plus 3,000, and it goes on and on and on there. Caruth at plus 6,000. We'll just stop right there. So I'm gonna take it's pretty easy, but you know what? I think Connor Zilic gets him here. Connor Zilic wins this race in that 88. He feels like he's back at home. Give me Connor Zilic to the win at minus 110 for the win on the Focus Health 250. He won here last year, so give me that there. SVG, it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be Connor Zilic. For my dark horse, it's pretty easy to pick a dark horse. And let's go Sam Mayer at plus 2,000. He had that issue with the grass last week when he was trying to congratulate Sheldon Creed. But let's give it to Sam Mayer, get some luck back. 2,000. He knows how to run road courses here. So just in case SVG and Connor Zilic wreck themselves, Sam Mayer's right there for the win. So there is my pick is going to be Connor Zilic, and my dark horse is all right. So here is the betting odds for the Duramax Grand Prix from Coda on Sunday afternoon, and let's take a look at the betting odds here. A lot of not as bad as the O'Reilly series, but SVG at plus 120, Connor Zilic at plus 350, Christopher Bell at plus 900, Willie B at plus 1,000, Tyler Reddick at plus 1,500, Kyle Larson at plus 1,600, Chase Briscoe at 2,000, Chris Buescher at plus 2,500, Ross Chastain at 2,800, Kyle Busch at 2,800. Remember Kyle Busch, he ran pretty good here last year. So of course, give me SVG for the win. I mean, come on. Like, how many seconds is he going to? They should be a bet on how many seconds he's going to win by. So let's take SVG for the win. And for my dark horse, Christopher Bell's at 900, so I can't take him. Um, Get me Kyle Busch. What the heck? Let's see if he can get it done. Rowdy with the win at plus 2,800. So there are my picks. SVG for the win and Kyle Busch for my Rowdy win at plus 2,800. All right, guys. You guys know all about the races this weekend. You know about the paint schemes. You know about my favorite picks of the week. You know about my um, the early betting odds for you guys to bet on and my picks. So all you got to do now is when we're streaming. We're streaming today the qualifying for the NASCAR O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series with practice. And then on Saturday morning, we're doing Cup Series practice and qualifying, followed by the Truck Series. Hold on a second. Followed by the Truck Series here in St. Petersburg, and then back to we will go back to Coda for the O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series race, the Focus Health 250, and then on Sunday we will be covering the Duramax Grand Prix. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like for us on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the hype for us as well. And also leave a comment on the comments below. Or who do you think's gonna win? What do you think about SVG dominating everything? What do you think's gonna happen? Let me see in the comments below. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. Every Friday we do this for you guys to get you ready for the weekend. So we'll see you in St. Petersburg or St. Peter. Oh, hold on. We'll see you in St. Petersburg, and then we'll see you at Coda. Oh boy. All right. Let's have a good time this weekend and let's go.